It's not clickbait, it's true. The RS and the Ferrari are off. Let me explain. So, I've been thinking about where do I start with this video? Okay, I mean, this isn't a decision I've just made, by the way. This is something that has been going on in my head for a bit of time now. But I have a new project that I'm working on at the moment, and it's taking up a huge amount of my time. I mean, huge. And I just don't have time for doing videos. So that's the first thing. So I'm sort of going to take a bit of a sabbatical from YouTube. And I know I don't do a lot of videos, but just the thought of always going, oh, I haven't done a video for my channel, I haven't done... So that's got to go. So I thought, right, it's a year thing that I'm doing. So I'm going to pause YouTube for a year. That's the first thing. Now, in line with that, and for the project that I'm working on, I need to free up some cash. And I've got cash tied up in this car and in the Ferrari. And so I need to sell them both. So the idea is to sell them both, bank the cash, and then I've already ordered a replacement for this car. It's not as fast. It's fast, but it's not as fast. So there is something coming. And I'm going to put the Ferrari up for sale and upgrade it to something else, just depending on finances and finance, depending on what I can get. But so they're both going to go, but they're both going to be replaced. I can't imagine not having a Ferrari in my life, so I've got to have another Ferrari. I know that sounds really pretentious or whatever, but you know, I'm not going to pay for it. And I know people often get into like an argument with me about, oh, if you can't afford to just buy a Ferrari, then you can't afford it. And it's like, well, actually, most people buy cars on finance, even supercars. That's just how it is. And so I don't plan on buying anything in cash. The whole point is that I've got cash tied up in my cars, and I want to just get replacement cars on finance. So that's the plan. One of the things as well as for getting rid of the Focus is that I'm going to replace it with a car that's going to be a leased car, so that, you know, I work for myself, so I can then put that cost down as a tax cost as such, which I can't do with this car at the moment. So I've sort of got to get rid of this one to improve my tax situation, believe it or not. So there is something coming, and I'm not going to say what it is. Am I going to miss the cars? Yeah, of course I am. I mean, this car has been an absolute pleasure. I love this car to bits. I just took it for a bit of a spin up the mountain. I think I'll overlay some footage. But you know, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just a car. And I've had it for 3 years. And I've had good fun with it. So I've had my time. And you know, with cars, I feel like you're just like you're a keeper for a car, you know, a custodian for a car for a certain amount of time, and it's your responsibility to look after that car, and then you pass it on to the next person who will then care for it, hopefully. So that's my plan with the RS. I'm hoping somebody will buy it. I mean, I think it will sell. There's very few of them for sale in Spain. They're all quite expensive. I'm going to put a very reasonable price on this one. So, and in fact, I'm just on my way to wash the car, clean it, do some photographs, ready for advertising it for sale. And I do think it's going to go relatively quick. I think so anyway. The Ferrari might take a bit longer to sell, but I'm not in a hurry for that one. That one can take a few months. There's no problem there at all. But in terms of the whole YouTube thing as well, you know, I mean, just coming out today, and I thought, you know, I don't know if you could see it, but I've just got equipment everywhere. And last night I was charging up equipment, this morning charging up equipment and making sure I brought everything. And it was like, and then the thing is, you can't, you know, when I go for a drive in my car, I like to go for a drive and enjoy it. And if I'm filming, it sort of takes the whole pleasure out of the driving out, because I'm conscious of, you know, got cameras hanging off the car. Are they going to fall off? Then I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, and then I get it all wrong. I have to start again. I'm not enjoying the drive anymore. The drive becomes a whole burden because I'm having to film it. And so half the time I just don't film it, and a lot of times I've filmed it, it's come out rubbish, and I haven't even bothered to share it. So it's just a burden. And so I thought, well, I haven't got a lot of time, so to free up time and to free up cash, the channel has to go and be paused for a year, which is what's going to happen, and the two cars are going to go. Now, I'm not going to do an update video for 12 months, So you won't know what I've actually swapped the cars for. Whether anybody was really interested or not, I don't know, but you'll have to wait a year. Next year I'll tell you what's still here and what's gone. I think the Jimny's definitely going to stay for now. I mean, I'll probably keep that for a couple of years. And but you know, the RS and the 360, they've got to go. They've got to go very soon. Anyway, so that's it really. So like I said, it's just that I'm really busy with a new project. It's taking up a lot of my time, and I want to just focus on getting that done. It's going to take me 12 months. Once I've done that, I've got that out of the way, and I'll be in a better place to then maybe kickstart the channel off again or do other stuff. But at the moment, I've sort of got to focus on that. So yes. So it's not goodbye, it's just farewell. And I will see you next year. And then I will do the big reveal of what I've actually got. Anyway, in the meantime, hope you're all well. Safe driving, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in 2020. Bye.